When you fall down, what matters is how fast you pick yourself up. How fast did Biden pick himself up? Because you can see he had fallen,
struggling, and then
he's like, you know, and
even
if you see the video,
US President Joe Biden has tripped and fallen while handling out diplomats at graduation ceremony for the US Air Force Academy in Colorado. Joe Biden, who is the nation's oldest serving president at 80, was helped back to his feet and appeared to be unhurt. The president has been standing for about an hour and a half to shake hands with each of the 921 graduating cadets. And in our discussion today, we want to talk about the main reasons why we are seeing Joe Biden falling, because also in a similar story, the US president in 2021 suffered a minor accident while climbing the plane of Air Force One. Biden was heading for a meeting with Asian American community leaders in Atlanta, Georgia, where he stumbled. Biden falling.
For me, I don't understand why it is an issue, because first of all, you should realize that
yes,
President Biden is the president, he's the leader to one of the most powerful countries in the world.
Yes,
this country runs the whole world, if you indirectly. So apart from just leading his own country, he leads the whole world, and as you've just read, the age factor also comes to play.
Yes.
You must realize that the guy is old and he's had a lot to deal with. I don't think it is an issue. The guy is just suffered from fatigue. He stood up and he continued with this event.
My question is, why did Americans choose a very old guy like that? You know, this issue of falling left, right. You should not be falling down everywhere, because it signifies weakness. You, as a symbol of world power country, it shows that you are not ready. You are not fit enough for that job.
You like Trump because akona ego, akona aluo type ego, kuna kiburi tu akona ya wajaluo. But how can you let an 80-year-old man stand for one hour and a half asalimie watu 921?
That is his job. Biden was the worst mistake America has ever made.
No, don't say that.
Biden,
personally, I think even Raila is almost even 80, and Raila can stand even for 2 hours.
Raila is
demonstrating.
African. These are two different cultures, two different types of food, two different types of terrain. Raila can walk for longer periods, Biden cannot.
There was someone who was commenting that the rigid movements he exhibited could potentially be linked to a certain degree of dementia.
He's been a senator to vice president to now president. You can't say that
is that Biden? What?
But personally, I think it's very embarrassing to see someone who is very powerful just falling. Because he's the powerful man in the world.
It's embarrassing, right, and I think Americans should have the president should have an immediate bodyguard behind him to make sure that in any case he is about to fall, somebody can grab him. Because right now, Russians are laughing at America.
Yes.
The Chinese are like that old man, you know.
Yes.
There's no problem with being old. We are not trying to put him down just because he's old. But the reality is, the question is he fit for the job? Because sometimes even his speech, you can listen to the way he talks. He's aged up, that you see he's mixing himself, he's confusing himself in the conversation.
Yes.
People are courteous enough to understand that. Of course, he's an old grandpa. But why did the people elect him, or why was he allowed even to run for that office? He wasn't physically fit, because it's not an easy job. It's a tough job.
Castro, let me ask you a question.
Ask me a question.
Wewe unajuanga ukienda kuanguka? Unajuanga?
Of course najuanga.
Hawezi jua, like unaweza teleza by mistake, and you people, you're behaving like he is the first person to fall.
And if you
fall, wa kwanza Barack Obama in 2012 he fell.
Where?
He fell at an event. Alianguka kwa event.
Was he dancing then it tripped?
No, alitrip akaanguka.
Was he playing basketball? Was he trying to who?
He was walking up the stairs in 2012 as in an event. Barack Obama akaanguka. President Gerald Ford alianguka in 1975 kwa stairs pia.
The US should start considering someone else, someone who's younger.
Health is very important.
Yes,
he's healthy. He just got tired.
It's a tough job.
Why does that matter? If somebody is running their affairs as they should, if they tend to have a mistake or tend to have an accident, this is an accident. He tripped and fell. He's an old guy. You don't expect him to pick himself up as Obama did. He's 80 years old.
That's why he should retire. Why should he
he retire because he just fell down?
na si
This
ati
guy-
alianguka for no reason ati tu amesimama
I cannot
He
hapana
didn't fall
don't
for
blame
no
the
reason.
sijui sandbags
Yeah,
nini
he
nini
fell
no
on-
no no
yeah, aliteleza na hiyo sandbag sisi alianguka for no reason kama kwa hiyo stage angekuwa na kitu
Plus,
maybe mngesema
we must
amezeeka.
also investigate this. Maybe the Republicans had something. Maybe they interfered.
They had nothing interfering in what
They interfered with the gravity. Maybe something. Maybe they the code that passed under that carpet
The
was
reality
much
is
thicker than it should be.
that man is very old,
yes
and we respect his age. He had probably had good ideas,
yes
but now he might not be in a position to implement them very well in a conscious mind because he has aged up, and I don't think at this point America, the superpower of this world, needs a leader like that who falls down everywhere.
We've had some of the better policies being passed in the US because
Uh-huh.
of him. Like when they decided to like legalize some of this illegal stuff that maybe were being made illegal by some of the past regimes, just because. And if you tend to look, it also helped our brothers in the US, because most of them, like what I'm trying to say, he came and legalized weed. If you come and if you get to a closer look, we black Americans or or Americans of African descent were the most people who were affected with weed being illegal. They were the most people who are in jail with weed related offenses.
But now you see his agenda has always been him pushing the whole ideology towards African countries that you have to marry, the same sex should marry each other. And now you see,
yeah
I don't understand why he would be pushing for those kind of agenda, or probably what are they trying to pursue in Africa.
Because
So those are the things that make me feel like he's a weird guy, you
Yes.
know.
But
Because
Obama also
there are
did
some-
that. Obama also did that. Every Democratic president, it is only the Republicans who have been shying away from these.
Biden has pushed it even more harder.
you know
You
you
can
can't
also- you
you
can
can't
also-
come attacking at someone because they choose to be gay or something. You can't attack them, and he's legalizing that because he wants to give people like to feel like they belong.
It
like,
is Obama who legalized it, who legalized same-sex marriage in America.
and also in the
Why are
video
you trying
I
to
was
pin it
seeing
on
some
Biden?
people blaming the secret security service for not maybe doing their job. Do you think the secret service are not
Exactly.
doing their job?
If the secret service they are not able even to take care to make sure that Potters does not fall down.
Yes
Tell me what is the state of USA right now?
It is how they've been trying to portray US. In US, what they value most is independence. And it is not like Africans where the AD or the EduCamp is always mandated to be always behind the president. These guys, they are well capable of themselves. They just didn't.
but the
tend to
secret service should make sure where the president is nini
Plus, this
working
guy
should
was
be
passing.
clear.
This
sasa
guy,
nikuulize kwani are they angels? Do they know that
you-
he's gonna fall?
Yeah.
They
You know the
didn't know.
president.
They are not
You know
angels.
very well. After the president's speech, he might go this way or this way. You need to make sure the way is clear.
But the speech was not
Why do
done.
you have to have some sandbags there and some skew wires, and then you see the
Masufuria.
president saying, "Hey,
Hapo
is this sandbag? Is this sandbag?" You see, after falling, he was like showing like people. Ni kitu hapa hivi, but
It was not him. It was his bodyguard. It was one of the Secret Service members.
that person who let the Potters fall down should be fired. Should be taken back.
Why are
home.
you so offended as if you guys
No.
are Americans? You guys are way back in
Yes,
Kenya.
we-
What is the problem?
But their politics affect Africa in each and every way. when
how
you
is
look at it.
how is Biden falling affecting Africa?
Maybe he might get angry and he says sanctions on
Yes.
Africa in Kenya. Sanctions
For
not in
what?
Kenya.
He
Because
can't do
he
that.
tripped and fell.
He
Because
can't
they
do that.
they like to sanction. They like to sanction us in everything. Look at how they have sanctioned
Uganda.
Museveni.
also to the
Africa,
organizers also should be fired because having on stage some wires and then sandbags, I think it's not good.
They
I
should
just
give us
think
that
you
job.
guys should give Biden his flowers. He has been there for the longest time. He has been
Of course, yes.
relevant
Mhm.
for the longest time. Of course, he wouldn't have been chosen if the American people didn't think he was better than the one that was there before. We also had 4 years of Trump. We
Yeah.
also had the type of Trump was much harder on Africans than any other president that has ever been.